Alright guys, how you boys doing? Let's see career mode episode 10. We start this episode seeing a message from N'Golo Kante. He said he's not happy with the amount of playtime he's getting. Now, he's had some time earlier on in the season, and since the game of Wickham, where he just played terrible, I haven't really given him a chance. I haven't really played him, but I'm not the type of manager who's just going to change up the team just for the sake of it, or just to make players happy, you know? If my team is doing well, and they're all fit, I'm going to play that strongest side. So N'Golo ain't going to get chances just because he came to me and complained. But you see here, we're going through contracts, and there are a couple players. I'm going to need you guys to let me know who I should re-sign, because there are players like I showed Fox and Kane especially, who I feel like they could be top players if I gave them enough training time, but I just feel like they're just a little bit too low. Like 58 overall is a little bit low. But we offered a contract to Chilwell and Olukami. They're looking good. Olukami is obviously a scout future star, so he's going to get a new contract, obviously. But we start this episode with a game against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace started blasting. They didn't do that against me in my Arsenal career. But this time, obviously, they did. We started the same side as usual, more or less. They started with the early side. Crystal Palace came out strong, and I was worried about their pace. You see Zaha trying to bend one into the far post. 32nd minute already. And here is something. We got the Capital One Cup game against Middlesbrough in the next game. I fucked up. I forgot that I had a Capital One Cup game coming, so like the way the matches were set up, we're just going to put that in this episode instead of a live game, which we usually would for a cup game, because if not, we just have this one episode for this one game, sorry, for this episode. But you see, Crystal Palace, we fucked up defensively there, and we gave them a chance, and Zaha, he put it away. Wilfried Zaha, you see, punching, Dan Drinkwater just couldn't get the boy off the ball, and then Benawane just ran past Wickham there. He didn't even put in the challenge, and from there we were in trouble because it was 3 against 1 almost, and Zaha was the man who they found, and he buried it. But you see, 59th minute was the next chance that came. Mahrez, who has been in danger all the time, pulling it back to Kramaric. Didn't really work out, but Kramaric managed to find Nathan Dyer, and in the end it's a good save from Speroni. But Mahrez, he's just a threat all the time. His dribbling is brilliant in this game. You see, 63rd minute, we were just putting trouble on them, pressuring them. Vardy, it's a dirty tackle. Well, it's not really a dirty tackle, it's just an aggressive barge from Hangeland. We get a free kick, Kramaric takes it, bow, back of the net. That's how we do it with free kicks, man. If we get a free kick in that type of position, like from that area, it's going in the back of the net 9 times out of 10. Free kicks are still too easy. I've said it before in this game. This position right here, if you ever see me get a free kick in this position, like I said, 9 times out of 10, it's going in the back of the net. 9.5 times out of 10, it's going in the back of the net. Especially when the ball don't jump. They just making it easy, man. Did they jump actually? Yeah, they did jump. It still hit the back of the net though. That was a real good free kick. Far into the corner. It was nice. Kramaric, I think that was like his 3rd goal of the season. It might say here, but Kramaric, no, I think it was his 3rd or 4th goal of the season. And we're back on level terms. 90th minute, next chance came in. Look at that cross towards Mahrez. And for some reason, he tried a bicycle kick. I didn't even want to get him to do that. But then that was how the game ended. In the news clippings, Kante, rumours going around. Is he part of our future? To be honest, I don't actually know. Because if the problem persists and he wants to leave, I have no problem with letting him go, to be honest. The problem that arises is he is quite young. He is one of our best midfielders. He is a 77 overall now. And also, he has the promising player thing next to his name in training. So, like, I feel like if I don't use him and if I do just sell him, it's kind of a waste. But at the same time, I don't feel like in the game he's as good as other midfielders like Drinkwater. Barmby, as you see, we're training up here. He's progressing well. I think he's a 65 overall at the time I'm recording this. And he's playing quite well. He's going to be part of the future. You see, he starts here in the Capital One Cup with Kante. So I gave Kante a chance. I decided to put Okazaki up front. Chilwell came into the starting lineup. Quite a few changes. Middlesbrough, they have a few players you might recognise. Stuart Downing, one of them. Thomas Callas from Chelsea. Grant Ledbetter. Yeah, players like that. Used to play in the Premier League as well. But 18th minute, Kramaric getting a shot off, testing the goalkeeper. We were on top for the first half of this game. And I'll tell you, this game, it was a game of 2 halves. You see Barmby driving into the middle there, playing a great ball into Okazaki. And Shinji Okazaki, he just keeps scoring when I put him on the pitch. He makes it 1-0. Jack Barmby with some real good play now. He feels a lot like Ross Barkley in this game. Actually, to be honest, I haven't used Ross Barkley in this one. But from FIFA 16, Jack Barmby feels a lot like Ross Barkley. And I feel like he could be just as good, to be honest. If we keep training him, I never realized his attributes would go up this quick. I've trained him recently by himself quite a lot, and his attributes are just flying up. Recently, he's gone from a 60 to like a 65 in a couple weeks. But you see, the ball's played in from Dyer into Kramaric, almost identical to the chance we just had. Kramaric, however, could not replicate Shinji Okazaki's finish. He put his wide, and Okazaki versus Kramaric is kind of the battle we got going there, because Jamie Vardy's position obviously is set down. And wait, what? Look at this. Stuart Downing almost scored a wonder goal here. We have to show you a replay, as that was the last kick of the half, more or less. But look at that. Almost from the halfway line. That's about 40 yards. That was genius. If that went in, I would have held my hands up and said brilliant. But like I was saying, Kramaric again, he just can't get the ball into the back of the net, hitting the post from a good attack. But it's Kramaric versus Okazaki basically fighting for the spots. And Okazaki, if he keeps scoring, he's not. As long as Kramaric keeps scoring. Oh, I got to mention this as well, because Middlesbrough equalised in the 88th minute of the game, and you guys can see that. If you didn't see, go back and watch it. I had a player on the floor injured, and that's not even the problem. I don't mind that they continue playing, like it happened, alright? You see the players down, but they passed it back into watch. And if you go back and watch, when I tried to select Morgan to go out and close the player on the ball or even intercept the ball, they put the cursor on the player who was on the floor. Like, EA is always stupid with changing players. Sometimes they just switch to stupid players, but that is just beyond stupid. They switched my cursor to the player who's injured on the floor and can't move. And then I just couldn't do anything. You see Middlesbrough though, once they equalised, man, their tails were up. They were just piling pressure on. You see, we started in the second half of extra time there, because there was nothing in the first half of extra time. But coming towards the end of the game, we had a chance. Okazaki is played in through. Can he get a second of the game? One-on-one with the keeper, more or less, and it's just straight into the keeper's hands, man. That was the last chance of the game, sorry. So we went into penalties. With 3 penalties in. The 4th penalty, Middlesbrough. Stuart Downing, saved by Kasper Schmeichel. Kasper Schmeichel showed him where he was going to go, and he went that way and he saved it. Ulloa stepped up for the next penalty, buried into the back of the net. We're flawless from penalties so far. Middlesbrough have the next penalty. It's Clayton to step up. Schmeichel's giving him the spaghetti legs, and in the last minute he dived. I was going to stay in the middle, but to me it kind of looked like he was going to that side, so I dived in the last second. I dived out the way of the ball. But you see, this penalty, Middlesbrough had to score, and they hit the post. So Kasper Schmeichel is the hero of this penalty shootout. He saved one. Probably would have saved that one if it was on target. But, guys, we're flawless from penalty shootouts in this game. We're still yet to miss one penalty, and we've had quite a few. We've had the penalty shootout in the Arsenal career. We've now had a penalty shootout in this career. We had about 4 penalties in this career as well, just in-game. We've had about 3 in the Arsenal one, and we've scored every single one of them. So you see, confirmation, we are into the quarterfinals of the Capital One Cup, and for the final game of the episode, we'll play West Bromwich Albion at the Hawthorns. This game, I was thinking, yeah, we've beat some good teams, we've got some good results in this career mode, so a game against West Brom shouldn't be too dangerous, because to be honest, if you're a West Brom fan, I apologise, but your team, it ain't good enough, man. There's no real threat in this West Brom team at all, offensively, so I wasn't worried at all. They highlighted, obviously, Jamie Vardy, and looking at that right there, that's much improved from last year. Last year, that top scorers, it would have said something like maybe, usually in my careers, it was always Ericsson at the top. Ericsson would have about 15 goals by this point. But you see early, West Brom giving the ball away. We couldn't punish them. I should have done more to punish them, to be honest. They were playing risky with the ball in their half. Just being like, I don't know what they were thinking. It's not like they were passing around the back. They were dribbling around with the back. I had the same problem with maybe Norwich. I think it was Norwich in the last episode. They were just being risky. But you see, from the resulting corner of the last chance, Mahrez whipped it into Schlapp, and he got a good header on it. Put it in the back of the net, off the crossbar. It's definitely past the line. Schlapp, I think that's his first goal of the season. Last time he hit the crossbar, it came back out, landed for Vardy, and Vardy put it in the back of the net. But this time, it bounced well for Schlapp. He gets his first of the season. But in the 35th minute, Serge Gnabry, a player I actually forgot was at West Brom, he was their only threat of the game. He was causing me a little bit of problems, but he forced a good save out of Schmeichel there. 63rd minute, Mahrez plays it into Vardy. Touches a little bit too heavy, but I mentioned they were passing the ball around dangerously. And look at this. Surely they should learn. Why would they pass into Macaulay? And that's definitely a foul as far as I'm concerned. But you know what? I don't care. I do not care. If they want to mess around with the ball right in front of their goal like that, They could take the punishment. They took a huge, massive L. Ben Foster took an L. Macaulay took an L. And Vardy, he scores again. Puts it in the back of the net. I think that's his 9th goal, maybe 10th for the season. That's his 10th, sorry, instead of the start of the match. That's his 10th goal of the season in 11 games for Jamie Vardy. He's on fire, man. He is on fire. I wasn't expecting that. If he would have got maybe 13, 15 goals at the end of the season, I would have been happy with that. But he's got 10 already. He's on course for 20, maybe even 25 at the end of the season. But West Brom got their first chance of the game. Well, not their first chance, actually. They had the one with Nabry. They got another chance just late on. They wasn't doing anything. Kramaric had a free kick from about 35 yards there. Decent hit. And I decided to put that in because, you know what? Why not? Mahrez, though, again, the creator, playing a beautiful ball into Schlupp. 1-1 with the keeper. Could he get a second of the game? Foster redeemed himself a little bit for his stupid pass, which actually cost them the game. Jamie Vardy is the man highlighted, obviously, because he's scoring the goals. Schlupp, man of the match. He was a threat. I love Schlupp in this game, man. I don't know whether I'm going to play him left back or left wing for the future. I still don't know. I like him at left back because he just goes up and down. Up and down all the time, man. He's a threat. But left wing, maybe I could play him there. I don't know. It depends who I want to bring in what positions. If I want to bring in a left midfielder or a left back. We'll have to see. But you see the table there. We're still top of the league. And we're looking to stay there. It's just too nice from us. But that's the end of the episode, guys. We're going to end it there. Another episode gone. We're trying to get into the transfer window. I'm recording these in bulk because I want to get into the transfer window and make some stuff happen for you guys. But, bye, guys.